Hi and welcome to Outwell. In this film I'm going to talk you through some of the features of our Louisiana 7P. This tent falls into our premium collection and it's a large tunnel design tent that's aimed to sleep up to 7 people. With it being in our premium collection, we're using our Outex 5000 fly sheet, which is a polyester material with PU coating on the inside. It has fully taped seams and it has a hydrostatic head of 5000 millimeters. The fabric has also all been treated to make sure that it's fire retardant as well. Just along the sides of the tent you'll find that we have these large ventilation panels, so we can just open them up when it's a little bit warm outside, and that's going to allow some nice cool fresh air to come into the tent and keep you well ventilated in there. And as you've just seen, if it does get a bit chilly, then we can just take these Velcro tabs away and close it down like so. The frame of the tent is made up of these steel poles, so from front to back every single one of them is nice and strong and stable, and they're also all identical, so when it comes to pitching the tent you should find it very simple and easy to do. All of the guy lines on the outside of the tent are all luminous guy lines, so hopefully you shouldn't trip over them quite as easily. Each one of them also has its own retainer system, so when it comes to packing down the tent we can wrap these up in our hands, pop them in here so that the next time we come to use it the guy lines are easily accessible. Also on here we have our Outwell wind stabilizer system. What this is designed to do is directly attach the fly sheet onto the frame of the tent using these Velcro tabs here. So when we do that and we wrap the Velcro around at the top and at the bottom of every single pole all the way around, and we peg out the tent with the guy lines like so, you'll increase the overall stability of the tent, making sure that you will be able to still use it even in high wind conditions. Another feature on here is the Outwell easy pegging system. So we give you 3 different types of pegs with this tent. You have these anchor pegs and you get 1 for each corner of the tent. Then you have the luminous pegs which go with your luminous guy lines, and you have the black plastic pegs for all the black pegging points around the side of the tent. So it really is in the name there, it's a nice easy system, making sure you're going to get the right peg in the right place. Coming around the front of the tent you'll see that we have these windows all the way around here. Each one of these windows is a tinted window, so it serves 2 key functions, one of which is to reflect some of the sunlight away from the inside of the tent, keeping you a little bit cooler and more comfortable, and the other is, with them being tinted, you'll have much better privacy within your tent as well. We also have the mud valances which come around the front of the tent there. That's just going to encourage any rainwater to run down your fly sheet and away from the front of the tent. And each panel next to the front door here has its zip on the side there, so we can roll these up completely as we've done with the front door, creating a nice open fronted tent. Even the standard door on this tent is a good size, nice and wide, certainly nice and high, so it's a full walk-in tent, but with it being a nice large front entrance like this, we can easily get our bits and pieces in and out of the tent, no problem at all. The front area of this tent is called our Panorama Room, and that's due to all these windows which run all the way from one side across to the other, giving you really good views out of your tent. There's a ground sheet in your Panorama Room. It's a double coated polyethylene material, so it's really tough and durable. Totally waterproof as well, with a hydrostatic head of 10,000 millimeters, and this one toggles in around the sides. When we step back into the tent, you can see that there's plenty of space in here. I'm about 195 centimeters tall and there's lots of headroom, and you can see here plenty of space for tables and chairs and storage and things like that. This front dividing wall on here has got large mesh panels to help with ventilation, and this door can be zipped fully open as well. When we come in here we'll see that we still have these large windows down the side here, and you'll notice here that we have these zipped curtains. So obviously we can have them completely closed, but the nice thing about them being zipped is that we can actually just choose how much light we're letting into the tent or how much privacy we want as well, just using the zips on the side. And when you're finished with the curtain you can just easily wrap it up and pop it in to that pocket at the bottom like so. Just above my head here there's a lantern hanging point which is very centrally located. And then we have these cable tidies which run away from that, and that takes you down to a cable entry point so you can bring your electrics into the tent without having cables running through the doors. There is a side entrance on here and it has a mesh panel above it, so if we rolled that up and dropped the mesh panel you'd get great ventilation but keep out the bugs. The front door has that as well. The ground sheet in this area is actually the exact same type of material that we've already talked about in the front. The difference is back here is that it's completely sealed from front to back and side to side, and it's a bathtub style, so it comes up at the edges, making sure there's not going to be any draft coming in, keeping out any dirt and any unwanted bugs as well. You'll find in Louisiana 7 it has quite a unique layout. We have one large bedroom on this side here, And you can see that it has two entrances, so you have an option there. All of these bedrooms come pre-attached, so it's a job that you don't need to worry about, and they're attached using our wave shape hanging system, making sure that you're going to take away any of the stress on the seam of the bedroom. Across this side you have two more bedrooms. These will sleep up to 4 people, and with these they are universal bedrooms, so if you wanted to you could actually get rid of this front compartment very easily just by unclipping at the top. And if we did that down around the front and around the back and then took these zips, we could easily drop this whole thing down, leaving you with one bedroom here and even more living space at the front. Inside the bedrooms you'll find that there's low light windows, so you can have a little look outside from your bedroom, and we also have mesh storage pockets in each bedroom as well. Between these bedrooms and this bedroom you'll find there's a large sheet of material which is toggled away at the moment, but that can be pulled across here and attached to this side, giving you a little bit of privacy at the back to be used as a changing room. There's also a door towards the back, and again that has a mesh panel on there as well, so that's going to help with ventilation, and you can see here there's a drying rail too. Louisiana 7P comes in 2 different bags. We have this large bag here which is for all your poles, and then we have this large trolley bag for all the material. So it's nice and easy to wrap that up and pop it in here for the next time you come to use the tent. Optional extras for this tent include the carpet that you can see in the living space at the back. There's a footprint available to go underneath the tent for a little bit better protection, and there's also a front awning available. So that's all the features of our Louisiana 7P. Thank you very much for watching.